So now I'm going to work on the veil. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take those two, put that aside, and twist this one so it's coming from the front. So I'm going to pull this in the back, and that broke off. When you have situations like this, don't panic. It doesn't matter. You can actually insert that still, secure it, we'll find a spot for it. So there. And what I'm going to be doing with that one is I'm going to secure that. So we're going to cheat a little bit here. We're going to twist this onto the back and wrap it around this other one here, because you're not going to see that. So as long as everything's nicely tucked in, no one will know. Well, except you, of course, because you can actually, because I've shown you what I've done here. So a lot of cases you're going to have to contend with the fact that when you're working with wires and when you're doing wire wrapping, you're going to have a lot of mishaps like this, which is actually not a mishap because there's always a way around it. So that's going to be at the back, so we'll just leave that there. So now I've secured it, so I can use this one now, and that one there, I can actually tuck that in to there like that and bring it round the side. Okay, we'll take it from the top and insert it between the two, because that's what we want to do anyway. So now it's just created a nice pattern at the front. So okay, let's get back to the order of things. So what I'm going to do is wrap it around these two wires here. So I'm going to do that way, crisscross. Oh, we're best doing it from the back here. So that, and tucking it in, so you see that. So I'm gonna go to the front and back again, and this is just the bail, or this is actually the bail, so I'm gonna have to try and do it nice and neat. So I've got, pull it in, 3 on each side. So we'll work, so far we leave that for now. And we'll go on the other side here. Now the two sides of my bail is almost level. So I only have a little bit left here, so I'm just going to put it aside or leave that and work on this piece that has a longer wire. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to join the two together, and I'm just going to squeeze two sides, and I'm going to wrap them up, crisscrossing as well, but just the two. So I'll put that aside. So I'd leave that there, or I'll just secure this and go that way. And so I'll leave that, and I'll just continue crisscrossing this one to the center. Once I get to this stage, I just have to finish off my wires here. So I'm going to continue this one, do a couple more loops. Now this is getting short now, so I'm going to use the pliers. So I'd leave that there. Still have enough wire to secure that. And with this ones, just tuck that in, and I'll straighten these two other wires here, and I'm just going to gather them all up like so. And so I still got those two wires there, but we'll secure that later on. With this one here, we'll work on this one first. So what I'm going to do is wrap this around this one. Just push that in. So I'm just going to wrap this all around. Pushing it if there's a bit of gap. Just push that until this runs out. So now that doesn't catch on, so I'll do the same on this side here. I'm just going to secure this one. So I'll just join the two together and wrap it around the two wires I've got here. So what I'm going to do is put the four together. We're going to set it now, so that way we'll see how our pendant will sit. And I get my so the hole will be big enough to put a chain through all the clasp of the chain, so I can go through that. Now I'm going to take these four and I'll pick the longest one and I'll just wrap them all up. And so I'm just going to bunch it up and take my clamp, and so now I can wrap them up together. So now I'm going to insert this into the hole there. So I don't know if you can see the hole right there. So the longest piece is this one, but I'll put it aside. And then so the one that we wrap around, so this part here, I'm going to have to insert it through the hole there at the back, coming out to the front. And so when we bring that in, so now you've got a nice, so the hole will still be big enough to put a chain through. And now I'm going to secure this, and to secure it, since I have a fairly big gap here, so what I'm going to do now is wrap it around. So just bend it a little bit through there, and gonna hook that up. Slowly and gently. So I'm going to continue wrapping this up until I fill up that gap there. I've wrapped it around a couple of times, so now you can see. So, and I've just cut off the excess. So now these three wires at the back, we're going to insert this through the front as well. But what I want to do is insert it through the side there. See how the design is sort of going that way, so I want to sort of fill it up like here. So I'm going to insert it. So I'll just lift it up like that. If I could insert it all in one go, that's good, but so got a hole there. And so I'm going to try and do the first one. So I just rearrange that. So this longer one, I'll insert it through. So there, oops, didn't really come out where I wanted to, but doesn't matter. So I'm just going to pull that through. And this too, I'll insert it as well on the side hole here. Those two wires now, so that one just needs to be tucked in a little bit. There you go, see how it pulls in or out. And so now what I want to do with this one is straighten them out. Just straighten them out, so get rid of the kinks. And it also makes the wire shiny anyway. So as you pull that along, see how it straightens out. So now I've got them nice and flat, so I'm gonna just twist this around, sort of going to the side here. You can see that. And I'm gonna loop them into the side here. So I'm gonna try and put them in the corner here. So which means we just have to lift this up a little bit and pick up this part. See that part there? So I'll just lift it a little bit. See how it pulls out? And I will insert my 3 wires into that. I'll just cut off this long one a little bit, just a little bit. And push that through. I'll use my clamp because it's not cooperating. I'm going to use my clamp to just hold that. And slowly jiggle it. The other one missed, but and try again. So I'm still missing the other one. There you go, that's better. So, and I've got my other clamp here. We just got more masking tape so I don't mark my wire now, because so now I'm just gonna ease that along. So just bit by bit I'm pushing it in. So there, that's close enough. Quite like that now. So now I'm gonna pull this one the other way. And separate them, and I'll make some loops. So I'll take my small round nose pliers, got a small point, so I'm just going to loop up. So I'll leave the longer one there, and then the small one here. I'll try and loop it up, and this one as well. And using my flat nose pliers, I'm going to just twist them into itself like that. And that one as well. I'll just tuck that in a little bit more, just a fraction. And I'm twisting that up, so now I can actually lay it on the corner there. And this one I'll do the same.